So, you've been convicted, you repented, you were baptized, saved, been filled with the Holy Ghost, and you're a Christian, but now what? That's a question. A lot of people, they want the security of knowing they'll go to heaven someday, but they don't want the work that goes along with being a Christian. But we were given a great commission. In Mark chapter 16, verse 15, it says, "Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature." And a lot of people say, well, I'm not a preacher, so I don't have to worry about that. But we preach the gospel with our lives. Francis of Assisi said, preach the gospel at all times. Use words if necessary. It's our life that speaks to these people. It's our sometimes it's just being a good person, a good Christian person, and helping others, and being the good Samaritan. And sometimes it is testifying what the Lord has done to you, and there's many different ways to do this. But it was the Great Commission. This is what Jesus Christ told the disciples. You have to do this. I'm leaving. You're going to go out into all the world, but don't worry, I will be with you. I will give you the strength and ability to do these things. In the book of Luke, it says, "And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled." He wants his house to be filled. And Jesus Christ came, but the Jewish people, they rejected him. They didn't want him. And so he tells a story about there's a great wedding. And they prepared all these things, but the ones that were invited refused to come. So that's when he says it, go out to everyone. To whomever will come, let them come. That is the testimony to us Christians. He looked at us and said, whomsoever will come. Whoever is thirsty, let them come. Let them sit at the table. William Booth, he is the founder of the Salvation Army, and he was sitting on a train one day. The Lord started showing him something. He went to like a vision, and what he saw was this rock of safety, but around it was these terrible, tumultuous waves, and people were drowning everywhere. And he said, I saw a bright, shining being go into the water, and he began to help save people, and he put them up on this rock. But unfortunately, when the people got on the rock, they stopped caring about the people who were in the water, even though they had been in this terrible water themselves. And he said, I saw people drowning, and he said, I saw this bright, shining being, and it was Jesus Christ, and he was still helping people, but he was screaming to the ones on the rock, come help me, come help me. Who will come help me? But the ones on the rock, they were more concerned about him helping them more. Give me more, give me more. You know, they were worried about all these things of this world, becoming more wealthy and all these things. And he said, it broke my heart to think, there is Jesus, he's still in the water, screaming for help. But no one wanted to help. And that is the foundation, that is our Great Commission. That is what we were told to do. You must go out and help others. You must help them save their souls, because this life is very, very short. But eternity is forever. And he cries out for us to help others. And when you look at what the 12 disciples, how they were killed, only one of them lived to see old age, and it was John. The rest of them crucified, beaten, then crucified, stoned to death, beheaded, exiled for his faith. This is John, but he died of old age, stoned to death, speared to death, crucified upside down, crucified, speared to death, stoned to death. But it was so important for these ones that they braved death to go out and to fulfill this great commission, this commandment that Jesus had told them to go out. You must do this. This is what I'm telling you must do. In the book of Fox's Book of Martyrs, you hear about all these people who give their lives. Why? Not just because they're being Christians. If they were just Christians and minded their own business, nobody probably would care too much. But the fact that they shared their faith and it made people very, very angry. How dare you stand up against what we believe and try to, because men would love darkness rather than light. So it is a very serious thing. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 11, Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. To tell people are wrong is not going to make you popular. To tell people the truth won't make you popular. To tell them that their ways, they will take them to hell unless they look to Jesus Christ for salvation. It's gotten many, many people killed. But it is the very foundation. It is the very thing that Jesus Christ said. after his resurrection to his disciples, before he ascended up, go out into all the world and preach the everlasting gospel. So God bless you, and I hope this will help someone.